have comfort on Rel. Why is Mel banned? Because there's a bug with her W and Dragon Soul right now. It's a whole interaction. Either way,
I remember hearing you say it.
Yeah, there's a whole load of weird stuff going on with that, and there's a bug basically when
to your lanes as well in terms of where things are going. Very valuable second wards of the game. Good crash down now onto 369. Ignite popped as well. Not really all that much. Flandre on the other side also in danger, but Tarzan is still here off the reset. Jackie, remember, doesn't have summoners to work with. It's a kill onto Flandre. Oh, top esports, you've overplayed that on the other side of the map. Electro Harpoon slow. Gonna get the Conqueror stack. Gets over the wall.
Them not checking that, not having their camera over that bush. Shanks, ooh, not quite shoved into turret.
Not quite. Now the turnaround comes on through, and Cream without much mana lead to all that much. Just trades of HP bars. Flandre potentially in danger. Has got the equalizer. Will drop it onto the wave, but it's going to get dove on regardless. Into the wall they go. TP coming on through. There's Rel coming on up, but it's going to be a little too late. There's the wave at the very least. Flandre, but can't do too much more. Tarzan gets the dragon on the other side.
Flandre gets the wave, won't be able to get the next one. No one can teleport up there. So the top is what's now going to be a wave up on the entire map. As you can see, Jackal up top, Cream mid, 369 bot. They're farming 3 waves at once. On the other side, Anyone's Legend. Flandre was dead. Couldn't claim one of those waves, so Anyone's Legend have lost. I mean, I guess it's 150-ish gold for a wave, right? Something like that. Hang on a second, Gal has flash. Might have to use it here.
Yeah, it was by themselves. Has the flash, gets driven into a wall and just dies. Decides against burning the summoners, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose Onivia could flash Impale to follow, but
not really too... Hang on, actually, I say that. Shank's about to phase check. So snip inside the hallowed mist. Shanks will get a phase rush. He trades back well. Exhaust coming on down there. Forces the flash. Needles working. I think 369 might be getting a lot of snipping value. Not quite the kill.
Shanks blows that flash in a single auto is the difference. That Pantheon ulting topside now. Oh, 369. It's not an honorable 1v1. The Pan Man cometh and takes down the Gwen.
That they do. Oh, Gwen, I thought you'd done it, but the Molten Shield came on through.
Yeah.
Well, there are dragons on the rift, but they're being killed, so that feels... Gwen and then Gwen started running Exhaust to manage the phase rush. But now adding in a Rocket Belt and Swifties, I actually think that helps manage the Exhaust slowdown, so you can still run away. Now Shank's potentially in danger. Exhaust comes down from Kyle. Hung looking for an engage. Doesn't quite land the quickness until now onto Shanks. But now Shanks, I think, is just likely in danger. The Impale will be about to come on through. Heartsteel proc is good. Finally, Kyle goes on in. I don't think they're going to find all that much value here.
Not sure about using the ult there, Kyle. I think you just leave your mid lane here and you leave. Shanks, his ultimate...
Autos are not going to happen right now. Kyle at about half. A bit dicey for them. May need to reset. Flandre there, potentially a really good angle here for an equalizer. Trying to stick around.
Yeah, but like his equalizer's not as powered this build. It's actually much more about his own kind of overheating, getting the phase rush to keep his auto attacks from his overheat down. He doesn't have a Leandries, doesn't have a Bloodlettuce. God damn, that's a lot of objective damage. That dragon is getting absolutely shredded. Toppies, can they get back in time to wave clear mid? That's going to be a problem. AL might have just set up a bit of a trap here for top esports. I think they'll just take the tower.
Hang on, Equalizer's going to come on down. They're going to get to the backside. It's onto Cream, so he's going to be denied for getting on in. Jackal flashing on out. Grand Starfall comes on top of Cream, who does shuffle away. Footwork getting into the backline is Tarzan with a shield ball. Throws down the Aegis Assault. Hung, the battle dancing in. Got so much value. Will finally go down. Impale is going to get value. Gwen traded for Pantheon. Health bars low. Generally speaking for top esports. Shanks looking for potential angle. With the flash! Disintegrate! Darth Vader and Boba Fett at arms. They find everyone! Top esports turned into the bottom.
Anyone's Legend lay a trap for top esports on their way back
out to the back end of it.
And the more I look at this top lane matchup, why didn't they just take the Rumble, man? You are much more comfortable with the Rumble side of that matchup. I think 369, his Gwen has not impressed me this year, whereas his Rumble has. I'm surprised at this. I'm surprised that we called it out before. Flandre, standing and fighting pretty damn well. I mean, the W wasn't bad there from 369. The equalizer basically doesn't get any damage through. That's Khan. Started up. I'm not really sure how serious AL are about this.
No, if he can drive through the wall as well. Keeping Skarn out of the pit from this side of the map can be very tricky.
Well, into Khan, it may strike again. Shanks no flash. Cream closer to the Annie than potentially you'd like to be. Teleport up from the Gwen. Rumble to that from the bot side. His equalizer's not up just yet. Remember, this build is less about the equalizer, actually more about his just regular flame spitter overheaty stuff.
Oh, Flandre, remember, doesn't have the equalizer. Will rocket belt away. Karzan, though, in danger. Doesn't have the flash. Gets driven into the wall. Hope, though, because nice. Free fire has gone and made sure he transcends oneself. The Azir gets the Pantheon, but into the backline, Gwen gets the Rumble as well. That's just a little bit too far from AL.
Great engage from Hung and Kanavi. I think in their last series, Hung was really struggling to land engages. He was pretty hard diff by On, but that's a much better look in from him 0, 1, and 7. One more to go. Spartan. Kyle goes for the engage on the other side, but he's gone way too deep.
Hope's trying to get value, but again, doesn't have the ult. Flashes on in, does get the Skarner knocked up by 2. The grand entrance is AL's exit. They're all gone.
They're all gone. Jackulov uses the ult to make sure that Shanks goes down. Cream also dies, but the DPS is done. And it's not like you need to have everyone alive like the Baron when the objective goes down. They will claim the feathers and top esports around the Atakan, get themselves well back into the...
Nara, sometimes if you don't have the ult, your damage sometimes just isn't quite the same.
This was what happened in the 1v1. Tried to cancel a recall out, but actually 369 standing and fighting well. We quite kind of called out Gwen for not being that effective earlier. Finding out the... hang on a second, this is a very low dragon. It's gone down. Top esports get the second of the game.
They do indeed. On towards potential blue buff invade, but Tarzan will pick that one up and back away. Gold is pretty much even, actually, to be fair. But the last few moments have been a bit awkward from anyone's
great position to control how the game plays out. That is always a terrifying thing. Regardless of the form of top esports, if Kanavi has tools, he can do special things.
100% KP alongside Hung as well, right? That's a big deal.
Yeah, the jungle support really playing well today. I think against BLG, already, I think this is a better series from him already now in this first game. Has Flash, has Ghost. Man, if he has ult and Ghost, jump out onto him. Flandre's walked up too far now. Has Flash, might be forced to use it.
Will work, trying to phase rush out. Damage comes on forwards. There's a bit of a stun, try and buy stun, but Kyle cannot do enough. They'll try and get some value, but Flandre's a dead mecha. Kyle will flash on out. I'm not talking about the Euler in chat.
Yeah, it's a bit more like a Zaku than a Gundam in this
really
one.
Hurts the damage profile. Wrapping around, gonna face check Shanks, who gets a fair amount of damage down onto that Azir. Ow, 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 ow. Managed to get away, loses about 2/3 of the HP bar, and that might actually prevent the Baron.
Cream, what is that face check? Come on, man. That is a genuine Baron angle with Flandre dead. Now, with him resetting, there's no real chance to do much outside of that. Shanks has himself flash for a stun. Potentially could keep going forwards as well with Kyle just around the corner. Cleanse on Jackulov, man, it was a bit harder to do. Hope able to get the end of turret. This is all coming from
TP
Cream.
behind.
Not having a great fight. Kanavi caught out.
Trying to catch Hope, but that means actually AL turn onto the river. They're TPing in themselves. The Rumble coming across. 369, look at flag angle. Magnet Storm crashed down. Jackulov immune to the stun by making sure he goes to the discover. The Grand Starfall trying to bring down the Zaya. Bird skewered. All the while Flandre trying to run away. Needlework going on down. Flandre goes golden for a moment or two. The Arc of Judgment and Ruin. Disintegrate comes on top of the Azir, who is incinerated, turned to ashes. And they come away with 3. They lose Flandre on the TP, but the damage is done.
3 for 1, and all of this comes off of Cream's face check into Shanks around the first Baron start. Top esports go from a winning position around the objective to a harsh losing one as Cream loses too much HP to be on the field. Top esports will be able to get the mid lane out of turret, I think, with the Nash's Tooth Gwen hitting away on it, but losing the Baron is a devastating blow to top esports. Anyone's Legend take a great play out of Fog of War from Shanks to transform into a choke point team fight into the Baron, and now they're ahead of the game.
369 teleport trying to catch
no, this is not bad actually from top esports. The tower's gonna be done before they don't want to use it. They will need to keep the equalizer up for the next dragon is what they want to do. They'll trade turret for turret, but is an in effort out. Kind of insane given how late into the game it is. Top esports will get some respawns through.
Down from Kyle. There's an infinity is built from Hope. He's going to try and find value. Grand Starfall comes through, equalize it. The choke point means that Jackulov struggling to get forward to get value. Will try and root it. Flandre doesn't quite. Skarner is eviscerated. Shanks over the wall. Gets on the Jackulov. Finally goes to the cover. The Venator means nothing. Another stun. Goes golden. Shanks with a glorious angle. 367 will at least bring down Unara, but it's in a 1v3. How much more can they do? Quite a lot. I think if they can get a Q off, but no. Is taken out all the while. Cream does bring down Shanks. I think it ends up being a 3 for 2 in favor of AL.
Yeah, both carries go down from Anyone's Legend, but they do manage to take out 3, and they'll get the Dragon. So Anyone's Legend get what they came for. They'll get the Dragon and get their second of the game. Stop top esports from getting their behind in gold. You can only see it's 1,000 gold the difference.
Very manageable.
The top of the screen. Baron started up. Kanavi can tank this for a decent while.
Will disappear as well. Remember how much DPS they have here. They're going to try and turn around with the Hunger Flashes away, but that's only the support. That's not really going to be anybody in the pit. Tarzan flashes in! Doesn't get the secure. Now he's into the pit. Does not quite go down. Impale comes on top of him. Got the GA to work with. Baron is top esports nonetheless. Kyle tries to get to the backline. Cream on top of the equalizer. Stuns up. Flashes out. Big engage on the backside. The quickness comes on that, but they're still going to lose the rumble. Jackulov with the feathers! Hope is dead! Hope is dead! And anyone's Legend! No one's fools! Top esports, make them laughing stocks.
The Anyone's Legend cartographers right on the map. Around the Baron pit. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. They flash into the pit. Hope tries to flash forward to kill Cream. Doesn't manage to do so, and it's another game where late game Yunara just cannot match the promise of someone like the Xayah and the Azir. Top Esports outscale, outfight, win game 1.
It's a wonderful game, exciting, back and forth, and in the end, Top Esports hit their break points. We wondered whether it would happen at 34 minutes in with a broken HUD. Top Esports are looking to end this one in decisive fashion around the Baron.
Top Esports, they managed to scale into the game. A wonderful game from Kanavi on the Skarner.